Greetings everyone, Nanette Saylor here. So happy to be sharing a quick message with you today. It is midweek. We are a few days past our our $1 Million Style and Vision Board Masterclass that Marcella Scher and I hosted last week. And I thought I would share a few quick tips following that event about how to use your vision boards. So if you haven't already created your vision board, those of you who didn't attend the event, I do have a collection of other resources available over on my YouTube channel. I'll post some links to those. I have a couple of blog posts about how to create a vision board. So I encourage you to go over and take a look at those resources. For those of you who were with us at the workshop, I want to encourage you not to let this thing collect dust, okay? If you didn't quite finish, your first step will be to set some time aside so that you can complete. If you wanted to add a few more pictures of yourself or some additional images now that you've gone home and taken a look at your closet, maybe thought a little more about which style applied to you. Maybe there are some style icons or mentors that you'd like to add. If any of that is still true for you, by all means, first step is to complete your board. Second step is to find a place to display it. Now, for some of you, it might not be possible to display it in an environment where you'll see it during the course of the day. So if that's true for you, I encourage you to make a photo of it. Just snap a picture with your cell phone, and then you can upload it into your cell phone to have it on your screensaver. You can put it on your laptop or your desktop. You can print out, you can reduce it, you can print it out. I've made little 5x8 size ones in the past where I slid them into my calendar book, my daytimer book. Whatever size works for you, please, I encourage you to do that. Some people I know have even made them small enough to become business card size and kept them in their wallets with a statement on the back, with their vision statement. So that leads me to the next thing, which is your vision board represents a dream for you that needs to be reinforced. And that reinforcement happens, as we talked about, just simply through your subconscious seeing the vision board. But you can put that dream, that vision on steroids, if you will, by setting some time aside. If you have a morning or an evening journaling practice, bravo, good for you. I'm a big fan of daily journaling. If you're already doing that, then simply add a little bit of time to reflect on your vision board. What is it saying to you today? How do you see yourself? Describe the environment that you see yourself in this new style that you've created for yourself. And every day, imagine that in a little bit of a new way. Attach some emotion to it. Tell the story. And when you write about it, you are adding additional reference, additional memory, additional subconscious stimulation, motivation. It will support you to take whatever your best next steps are to make this become your reality. Especially on those days when you're looking in your closet and saying, oh my goodness, do I need a closet clean out? And then your next step might be to call Marcella and invite her to help you with that. So do take some time to reflect on your vision board. First step is to finish it. Second step is to put it somewhere. If you are like me, and you can see behind me, I have a little mini board that reflects a retreat that I'm working on. It's a project board specifically, but if you're like me and you work from an office where you can surround yourself with visual stimulation that uplifts you and encourages you, then do that. And put your board somewhere where you will see it and you can reflect on it on a daily basis. I also wanted to share with you the two things that I put in your goodie bags. One was a little teeny sampling of a custom blend oil. This is called the Conscious Creators Oil. It was custom blended for me by Stephanie Semino at Holistic Organic Wellness here in Boca Raton. She's a delight, and she and I worked together specifically to create an oil that would be uplifting, motivating, would help us to call in the support that we need to be our most creative selves, and could be used when you are working on projects. So we spent a few days sampling things. I then tried them out. I worked with them. I did a variety of things to finally come to what I think is the perfect blend. I wanted to share with you what it is. First of all, this little oil is not the pure essential oil alone. It is the oil in coconut oil. So it is intended, some oils are intended to be diffused. The pure oils maybe as drops put into a diffuser. This oil is in a coconut oil and it can be applied to your skin. So the way that oils affect us is both through our inhalation, through our olfactory system, and also then if we put them on our skin. We're going to put them on a pulse point, typically. Pulse point would be on your wrist. You might put it on your temple. Those are two of the favorite ones. And what happens is those oils go into the bloodstream through your skin, through your hair follicles, and your system, our internal body systems, receives the benefits of those oils. In addition, I can smell now the uplifting scent. So this oil is a combination of fennel, mandarin, black pepper, Palo Santo, and myrrh. Some of those oils you may be familiar with. Some of those oils we've heard of from ancient times. And I find it fascinating that now we are circling right back to understanding the power of these magical oils. So whether you choose to believe in what some of us would call that sort of woo-woo thing about the power of oils, the scent itself will lift you up. So some of you heard me say as you were leaving not to use this at night. And the reason is that it has some stimulating properties. And that's by design. When we're sitting, writing, creating, when we're working on marketing copy, maybe some of you are have to regularly write letters to clients or to encourage people on your team. When you're doing any of that kind of work, you need to be I know I need some uplifting sometimes, and this oil is intended to do that. Fennel is considered the oil of responsibility. It helps you stay focused and motivated and clear, and it's also an oil that supports perseverance. So during those times when you're saying, oh, I just don't want to keep doing this, the fennel property in the Conscious Creators blend supports that. Mandarin is considered to be one of the most calming of oils. So we have this interesting balance, don't we, when we create? We want to be energized and excited, and yet we don't want to be frenetic and scattered. So that's why we added this little bit of sweetness, this little bit of mandarin to the oil to give us a little calming influence. Black pepper is considered to be the oil of the unmasking. So black pepper is there to help us peel away some of the things that might be holding us back. It's to release blocks, it's to support us when we're wallowing in indecision, and it also helps us when we get floating off into sometimes that irrational fear place. Black pepper helps us to come back to moving forward. Palo Santo is considered a holy oil, a holy wood oil. It has very grounding properties, very centering properties, and it is intended to bring this all together in a way that feels whole and complete. It is one of the best oils for clearing and for inspiring because of its very grounding properties. Myrrh, the last, is considered the oil of Mother Earth. And myrrh is added there specifically for me because of my deep connection to feeling the earth, nature, the power of nature, the power of all of those influences. It also is an oil that creates a bridge between what I referred to as our inner wisdom, that piece that is our spiritual self, wherever it is that we call in that energy. Myrrh is the oil that creates the bridge between that and our worldly existence. It's the thing that helps us bring our dreams and our visions that are coming from that subconscious place. It's the thing that brings those forward and helps us to step into actually creating and making those dreams real. So if you are doing a morning journaling practice and you're starting your day with reflecting on your vision board, and you want to give it a little bit of support in your journaling, I encourage you to use a little drop of your Conscious Creators Blend. Again, put it on your pulse points, and you will find yourself really, if you're paying attention, you will find yourself lifted up. It's great on those days where you're feeling stuck or frustrated. Maybe in a corporate environment, you're just having challenges with your team and you can't seem to get things moving. This oil will help you get out of that fog, if you will, out of that funk. That's what it's designed to do. So give it a try. I'd love to hear, for some of you who have not had any experience with essential oils, I'd love you to give it a try and let me know how it goes. Make some comments here in the group. It's really fun to see what happens when we open up to possibilities, right? That's what our whole workshop was about, was opening up to the possibilities of new things and new ways of being to encourage us to step forward to be our very best selves. Last but not least, you also received a little coloring card. It did have my contact information on the back, but I wanted to remind you, if you haven't already been caught up in the coloring craze, coloring is the equivalent of meditation. We know that now because our brain science makes it possible for us to study that with electrodes. And it is a practice that, especially for those of you who are in busy, stress-filled work environments, it is a beautiful practice to carry one of these in your purse, slide it in your desk. Nobody needs to know you have it. I happen to start coloring mine with a highlighter. So, because I know everybody in a work environment has a highlighter. And again, it can be that influence just to take you out of that stress-filled spot, that tension for just a minute. A couple of minutes is all it takes. Reflect on your breathing a little bit, dial your energy down, have some fun with the coloring. And if you do it just a couple minutes every now and then, I think you might find that it makes you smile. And that is the ultimate intention, that through all of this, whatever it is that we're doing, that somehow we're finding our way to a little more joy in life. And from that place, we then get to create the very best of what life can bring to us. So with that, I will say goodbye. I hope to hear from you. Please make some comments. If you'd like more essential oil, just message me. I have it available. It's also available again at How Holistic Organic Wellness through Stephanie Semino. She's a member of the group here. So take care, enjoy, have fun, and until we see each other again, bye for now.